Good morning and welcome to Yoga with Priyanka. Thank you for joining me on this very lovely warm morning. I'd like to invite you to notice how you're sitting. Notice posture. Lower back. Are the elbows slightly bent? And also to notice, how are the knees crossed? Sit bones on the mat. So is there more pressure on the right side or the left side, or equally on both sit bones? Noticing where the breath is in this moment, chest or belly, or maybe both. And then giving your breath a color, just so that you can watch throughout your practice as well as throughout your day, 3 cycles of your breath flowing in and out. So once you give your breath a color, I'd like a focus of just 3 breaths, not making them deep, not making them shallow, not making them longer, short, or changing them in any way. And then finally, setting an intention for today's practice, whatever that might be. And then once you set your intention for today's practice, if your eyes are still closed, savor the next hour as being an hour of self-care for yourself. Nothing to do, but to just really connect with movements, breathing, and the breath. So we'll start with our traditional cat and cow, so rolling over onto all fours. This tension from your lower back releasing. Notice if the elbows turn or if you're locking them. And then when you're ready, bringing the right leg in front and the left leg forward, straightening and bending, just feeling into the hamstrings, any tightness. And then finally, just bending your knees, unroll vertebrae by vertebrae till your head and your neck are last to come up. Inhale, exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Lengthen, exhale, fold forward, following the breath. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, take the right leg back, left leg back, coming into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, shin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Staying here for a breath. And then we're going to inhale, step the right leg into warrior two. From warrior two, coming down into extended warrior, placing the right hand behind the right foot. Left comes up. So normally we do the right arm in front. This time I'm doing it in the back, just to give you that little different sense. If you have a block, you can put it underneath. And then exhale down, rotate your left foot at the back, dropping your knee, bringing your right leg also back so that you're on your knees. Exhale fully down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Staying for one breath. Then inhale, step the left leg forward. And then on your next exhale, bring the left hand behind the left foot, lifting up the right arm. And again, see how your shoulder feels. And then you can decide where to look, whether it's up at the ceiling or straight out. Holding for 2 more breaths. And then exhale, bring the right hand down. Turn your left knee, lower it, bring your right knee back in line with your left knee, or the left knee in line with your right knee. Sorry about that. Exhale down, inhale to cobra. From cobra, I'm going to invite you to lift back up into child's pose. And once you feel like you've settled into child's pose, you can bring your palms together in prayer position And then lift them up over your head, keeping your elbows still on the mat. This gives you a little bit of a variation to come into prayer position in child's pose, forehead on the mat or on a block, whatever your neck is happy with. And you can keep your palms in prayer position or you can relax them back down. And from here, I'd like to invite you to think of the three things that you are grateful for in your life and why you're grateful for them. So I know we do this a little bit in the middle of the practice. So I hope it's not too early to think of gratitude. And then when you're done with your three gratitude thoughts, well, we'll come to that. So just allow yourself to enjoy the pose, the hip opening aspect of it. Again, just for the next few seconds, thinking gratitude. On your next inhale, lifting your head and chest up, walking your palms in front, lowering the chest down onto the mat. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. And then we're going to end. So inhale, step your right leg forward. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to full forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain. Tadasana, lengthen. Prayer position in front of your heart. Samastiti, palms by your side. Inhale, exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale, back down. Inhale, taking the left back this time. And the right back. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale directly to downward facing dog. And then inhale, step your left leg forward. Now, while your left leg is forward, just straighten the leg so it's not bent in the warrior stance, and walk your palms comfortably close to your body. So in this case, it might even just be shoulders over the wrists. and see what you can feel throughout your body. So this is called the diamond pose. And we usually do this variation with the palms behind the back in reverse prayer position. And then when you're ready, inhale, take your left leg back, readjust your palms, and now bring the right leg forward, straightening the leg and walking your hands so that they're not too far away, but they're again placed comfortably under your shoulders. Notice if you're on your fingertips. If you got a block, you can put them under your hands and then just keeping that leg straight, feeling into the stretch. Then walking your hands back in front, taking the right leg back, come into plank. Exhale, lower down, chin, chest. Inhale to cobra. From here, we're going to roll over onto the right side. Cradle head and hands, lower leg bend, and inhale, lift up the left leg. Knee soft, so micro bending that. Coming into Vishnu's pose, holding for only 3 breaths though. And then when your count and experience of 3 breaths is over, bring your left leg back down. Come onto the side of your forearm, and we're going to do Vasishthasana, forearm plank. So lifting up, three breaths. And exhale down. Rolling over onto the left side, cradle your head in your hands, lower leg can be straight or bent. And then lifting up your right leg, knee soft, focusing only on the next 3 breaths that you take. And then exhale back down, coming into side plank, Vasishthasana. So when you're ready, lifting up, focusing on the experience of the next 3 breaths. And then exhale back down, rolling over onto your stomach. And we're going to do plank on the forearms here. So bending your knees, adjust your arms so that you're comfortable. And then lifting your knees. And then you can decide to either keep your back in a straight manner. And relax. So coming back down onto your stomach, bringing your chin onto the mat, arms alongside your body. When you're ready, inhale, lift up, chin, chest, arms, and your legs. Make it a gentle Shalabhasana, nothing too taxing. Exhale back down. take a breath. And then when you're ready, come into downward facing dog on your next exhalation. Arms are straight, elbows are soft, legs are straight, knees are soft. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, step the left leg forward to end. Exhale, right forward. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to full forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain, Tadasana, lengthen, prayer position. Samastiti, palms by your side. So I'm going to skip balance for today, and we're going to take a seat. And the reason I'm skipping balance is because I've slightly pulled something and I can feel it. It doesn't feel very happy. So I'm going to invite you to take a seat, cross-legged or relaxed. Palms can be next to your body. And then we're going to do 2 side stretches. So we're going to inhale, lift up the right arm, exhale to the left. Left arm is flat on the mat with the elbow bent in towards the body. And then we're going to inhale, lift up the right, lifting up the left, simultaneously lowering the right arm. Breathing into the stretches. And bringing your left arm down, we're going to do 2 gentle twists. So right arm on the outside of the left side, exhale, turn. If you have a block behind you, you can place your left hand on the block, fingers pointing away from your body. And then inhaling back to center, exhale, left on right, palms flat, twisting, noticing tension releasing, tightness releasing. And then inhaling back to the center. From here, I'd like to invite you to stretch the legs out. Shake them if you need to. Feet are resting on your mat with your knees soft but legs straight. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward into Paschimottanasana. So not a pose I do very often or regularly. Then when you're ready, on your next in-breath, inhale, sweep your arms back up. Exhale, place your palms beside your body. And here what we're going to do is we're going to lie down and we'll do the bridge and then we'll do a couple of lying down poses. So what I'd like to do is the big toe hold, eye of the needle, and a couple of relaxed lying down poses. So once you're lying down, you can keep your knees bent, and we'll start with eye of the needle, bringing your right leg or right ankle on your left knee, right arm between, chin tucked in, clasping your fingers gently. Eyes can be opened or closed. So if your eyes are open, notice what they are looking at. if your eyes are closed, then allow your gaze to scan inward, noticing how your back rests on the mat. Inner thigh stretch. And then straightening your left leg. See if you can hold your leg from either above. Yeah, because below won't work. So you're holding either the calf muscle, your sit bones will be slightly lifted up off the mat. So see if this changes the intensity of the stretch, where it changes when you lift your left leg up. And release. Changing sides. Right ankle on left, coming into eye of the needle, holding just for a few breaths, enough to enjoy the sciatic stretch, to relax. Notice the contents of your mind. But to try not to interact with them. And then finally, when you're ready, straighten your right legs. You can still hold from between your legs, or you can unclasp, hold the calf muscle. And if you want it to just be gentle, you can just keep on holding underneath your thigh or behind the thigh in the eye of the needle stance. And then finally, releasing from eye of the needle, come into bridge pose. So keeping your feet on the mat, lifting your hips up on an inhale. And then gently exhale fully back down. Let your arms stretch out shoulder height, and then bring your knees to your chest, and then lower them to the right or the left side. So I'm starting on the right. Head can be angled in whatever way is comfortable for you. Again, here, if you want to put a cushion between your knees, you are always welcome to do that. And taking a full, comfortable, deep breath into your body. And sighing as you exhale out. So staying here for another 3 breaths, and then changing over to the left side on your 4th inhale. And now on your fourth breath in, lift up your knees, lower them down to the left, adjusting yourself. Once you feel like your body settled into the pose, allow yourself to relax here for the next 5 breaths. Again, noticing the experience and the intensity and the sensations of your breath, keeping the count to an absolute minimum, or keeping the focus on the count to a minimum. When you feel like you've done your 5 breath count in reclined pose, gently lift your knees back up, keeping them bent. I'd like to invite you to stretch the right leg and bring it up over your head. Notice if your sit bones are lifting, your hips, so they should all be on the mat. Then when you're ready, grab a hold of the big toe, or if you have a strap, put it on the sole of your foot, and then lower your right leg. If you want to stretch the left leg out, you can, and then just allow your right leg to come as comfortably close to the ground as is possible. Notice how much the left hip lifts up. So if you're in a situation where your left hip is really, or the left side of your hip is really lifting up, lift your right leg off the floor, because here the important part is to get the hamstring stretch, but without twisting the hip. So when you check into that, see if that helps, making an adjustment, and then releasing from the pose, bend your knee into your chest, hugging it for a breath, and relax. And repeating the same thing on the left side. So when you're ready, stretch your left leg, gently bring it up over, keep the knee soft, micro bend. And then when you're ready, grab a hold of either the toe or put the strap on the left. As you lower to the left side, you can always stretch the right leg out or keep it bent. This is just a variation difference. And so you'll notice my left leg is still quite lifted and my right hip is on the mat. So the more I go down, the more my hip will lift up. So it's just a variation of what you want to get out of the pose. You're welcome to lift and twist the hip if you want, but we want to try and avoid that. And then finally, bring your leg back up over your head, bend your knee into your chest. In fact, bring both your knees into your chest, hugging them. This is called a prana asana. So just taking that moment to give yourself lots of self-love. And then finally, stretch your legs out into Shavasana, corpse pose. Now, while you're lying down in corpse pose, I'm going to take a seat. What I'd like to guide you through for the next few minutes is just doing a 4-second breath in, a 7-second breath hold, and an 8-second exhalation. So I know we've done this before in the past. And again, my count is a guideline. If you need to take a breath, take a breath. If you need to not hold your breath, please don't hold your breath. See what your breath and your body feel like doing today. And now when you're ready, once you make any final adjustments, inhale on 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Breathe normally and naturally, being keenly aware of the sensations in your body. And then finally, when you're ready, repeating in your mind, I relax my toes, my legs, and my hips. My toes, legs, and hips are relaxed. I relax my stomach, my chest, and my shoulders. My stomach, chest, and shoulders are relaxed. I relax my liver, my lungs, and my heart. My liver, lungs, and heart are relaxed. I relax my entire body, breathing, and my thoughts. My body, breathing, and thoughts are relaxed. Inhale deeply. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing the energy and the awareness to your body. Interlock your fingers behind your head. Give yourself a lovely stretch. Feel all the tension releasing throughout. And whenever you're ready, roll over to your right. Take as long or as little time as you need before you come to a seated position. Once you're sitting, notice how you feel in this moment. And then gently rub your palms, make them warm, cup them over your eyes, thanking your body for today's gentle practice. Namaste.